Corruption so deep, it poisons everything. But in the shadows, a group of heroes arise. Bound by courage, they'll never compromise. Through treacherous valleys and mountains high, they fight for justice, never questioning why. Their hearts ablaze, united they stand against the forces of evil hand in hand. Oh, hear the legends of our sacrifice. In the face of darkness, we will rise with valor in our hearts. We'll take a stand. Defend us on Freya, we'll save the land.
Oh, it's so hard to not listen to that bloody music. So good, so good. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Matt Geary. This is Geek Pride's Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign, The Legend of Our Sacrifice. With me tonight, we have Conrad as Arno Jerkel.
Yeah.
Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Oh, Lord. We have Michael as Tharaval.
Hey, ding dong.
We have Jace as Brother Gadden.
To me, my X-Men.
We have Lecky as Bartholomew Pringle.
Yeah, ding dong.
Mark as Lance.
Weep, Grana weep, Dinny Bong.
And Vic as Serens.
Remember, your Hounds of Justice need 3 square meals a day.
Right.
Brilliant.
All right. Okay. Exciting times. Right. So, ladies and gents, we entered the Devil's Lair, the Red Scales Lair. We drop podded in. We realized it was a trap, and we got out of there. So we are basically dungeon crawling at this moment in time. They found there was basically gas filling up the main chamber of the catacomb, with a little pilot light that sort of opened up whenever they were getting closer. So they escaped the room. There was no explosion, but when Tharaval went to check the room, there was still gas around the area, so they cleared it off and carried on. Bumped into 2 alleged Ilthrastian guards, only to be found out by Tharaval, who didn't believe them, and they just turned out to be 2 nasties, who they killed, exploded, did a little bit of damage to our party. They found some traps, and they are now looking at a empty corridor, and that's pretty much where we are. So,
Was there anything that we could loot from the bodies?
from
Loot that buddy.
you had a key. There was a key for the door. Loot that body. I love it,
Yes,
man.
yes.
I can watch that over and over and
Me
over.
too.
Me too. I rolled around and 101.
Yeah, so you had
Brilliant.
you just found a key to the southern door, opening up.
Okay.
Jace, can you just play that after every combat, please? Thank you.
Sure thing. Loot that body. Got it. Exclamation! Loot that body. Oh my god! I'm gonna have to get like a prompt for that on Twitch as well, so you can just loot that body.
Terrible. What do you see?
What do your elf eyes see? No! I went there.
Wait,
You
we
set me
opened
up.
the door, didn't we? Yeah.
Oh, you set me up. Oh.
Okay.
I
Let's
think he's.
Oh yeah, so
Oh,
you
God.
can actually, I forgot that you can see. Let me reveal. So there is a door.
can't go
Behind
through the
door number 1.
There's a door to your west, and there's a door to your east.
Can't go through the door.
Oh, I need to. Get that out of the way. Move that out of the way. You are now free to.
Rome.
And I'm gonna carry on from that and do lots of perception. Oh, not very good ones.
Perception.
Perception, you got 27. What do you mean not very good? It's a
Oh,
27.
because I
Not very
saw
good.
when I looked at the roll, it said 15 and 2.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so you notice that there is sort of to the door to your which would be to your right, to the western door, there is like a like etched within the corner of the door is what looks like some runes, well, just some runes on the door. You also notice to the southwest there is potentially what looks like a secret door.
No
Hmm.
traps or anything.
No traps. And the door to your east, to your left, there's it's sort of similar to the one in the west, but it has this sort of ornate hole that it's sort of like a what's the word? It's got like a kind of like a magnifying glass, or it's sort of like a glass cylinder in the center of it.
Like a peephole.
Yeah, well, it's sort of gold and ornate with this sort of like glass thing in the middle. I keep on doing this with my finger, pushing through it. But people at home will be like, "Yeah."
Is that on the right?
I'm sick.
On the
you're
right.
The one on the right, there's like it's sort of an ornate door, but there's like a circular, like sort of like it's kind of like a glass sort of disc, where it seems like a glass disc, in the center. Or sort of it could be glass, it could be a gem, it could be something translucent. And the one on the west is sort of like runes. They're sort of like runic symbols.
Do we
that-
Love the runes.
do we recognize the runes? Do they look familiar?
You think it's your roll me a history check.
Does anybody else want to come into the room and do a history? check?
If it so far you're not seeing any traps, then yeah, I'll go and walk in. Oh, and
I like the way everybody just stand outside the room. It's like terrible standing. There's so much room in here for activities.
Fucking Michael, wait.
Dale, no power tools. No power tools.
I knew we were coming from with that one. Oh my god. I mean, excuse me while I lose my shit.
It's a regular occurrence at this point.
Yeah.
I'll,
If
I'll inspect this wall with the thing in the middle
and
of the door.
I'm just gonna check to see how far we are from it, cause if I'm correct. Okay, so yeah, I'm metagaming it slightly, but I'm in an okay position to be able to cast. I feel like if I had to, that I had to cast the spell magic on those runes, I should be able to do it. Oh no, on the other
side, I
hand, we'll
think
be
the
too
runes-
close.
Does somebody want to give me a history check on the?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
I'll-
Yeah, who's
I
got a
can do
good
it.
history?
Oh, I've got an excellent
Oh,
history.
okay.
Well, hey, the
Perfect
history
for me.
student.
Oh my god, my history! I just
Okay.
history all over my.
Can I just help him with that one
Right,
because
right.
of the advantage?
Oh,
I don't need help. I don't need help. I'm gonna
you
swap
just
out.
historied all over yourself.
That would have been good.
Embarrassingly so.
God.
It's just the fact that I've got a great history.
It's an amazing history.
Falls flat.
I'm using my lucky feet. I'm going again. Hey, there we go.
Goodie.
Okay, yeah. You recognize this as a similar sort of puzzle to what was at the Somnian Enclave, where sort
fuck
of
off.
an elemental puzzle, which will sort of which will open the.
Oh no, not again.
Not again.
This time,
Not like this. Not like this.
this time round, if you
I'm
get
there for hours.
yeah, this time round, if it's obviously there's the version that is we've got, but if it's logically right, then I'm happy to sort of.
If I'm correct, there's about 4 legitimate ways of opening this door.
Great.
Yes, there is. I'm one of them. Actually, no, there's a few of us that are, yeah, we're capable of doing it. There's at least one option.
Yeah.
Um,
And then what about the glass door? He was looking
Yeah.
at.
Yeah,
Do you
I
have a
was
tel-
trying to inspect that thing in the middle of the ornate door.
Roll me
the
investigation
thing,
then.
the thing in the middle, right?
Investigation.
It's always Arno and rings, isn't it?
Mhm.
Oh, let's put his
I'm like,
finger
I'm
in
like
the
that
ring.
guy
Wrong
from
to
Gen V.
A moth to the flame.
Yeah, you're not really that sure. It's sort of it looks fancy. It's sort of
Does it look loose? Like it can be removed easily?
no, it's sort of it's very sort of it's ingrained within the door. It's you're not sure if it's glass or if it's a gem or what what it is. It's just you can't see through it. It is well, you can see through it in that you can't sort of see through it in that see into the next room, but it is sort of transparent.
Translucent, not transparent.
Can I see enough for me to maybe manifest an echo on the other side?
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
What? What do you need to see to be able to do an echo?
It's line of sight to the floor.
Well, you've got no
like
real
that.
line of sight, so it's blurry and stuff. So you're not seeing anything on the other side. So.
And it's not like dimly light outside. It's quite bright, isn't it?
Well, I'd say sort of you've got sort of like you've got torches and stuff sort of on the walls and things. It's not super bright, but it's sort of light enough for you to sort of see.
So it's like looking through tissue paper, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Iced glass.
Yeah, so
It's
like
frosted.
Frosted glass, sort of in the bathroom or something. You can sort of it lets light in, but it doesn't sort of let you see through it.
We found Kmat's executive bathroom.
Brilliant.
If there's not a solid gold toilet on the other side, I'll be disappointed.
The secret door.
So Darvel sort of goes over to the wall where he sort of assumes that there's what he assumes is a door, and he sort of brushes his hand against the wall and sort of gently knocks, sort of listening for sort of hollow parts of the wall, and he puts his ear up against to see if he can hear anything on the other side.
Yeah, so there's you sort of knock on it, and there's a definite sort of hollow sound coming from behind the door. Roll me an investigation. Yeah, so you notice sort of when you're sort of pressing around the wall, you sort of press a stone, and another sort of it sort of pushes away, and two holes sort of appear in the stone.
Oh, like in the wall?
In the wall, yeah. So there's two holes, one on each side.
Tharaval sort of turns to the group and says, does anybody want to put their hand in here?
I walk over and join you.
I mean, he's going to stand.
I'm picturing Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom.
Kalima.
Kalima, Shukti De.
Put your hand in, there's all the bugs going around it and everything like that.
Om Nom Shivaya.
Shivaya.
I'm fine, as long as they're not termites, I don't give a shit.
Okay, so what are you doing?
We're both putting a hand in the hole.
Well, I'm going to look in the hole first of all. If I look in the hole, can I see anything?
Roll me investigation.
No, not getting too good investigations around.
Do you get advantage if I'm in the other hole?
Get
advantage or take advantage? Question.
Incredibly distracting.
Yep, broke Vicky already.
You're not sort of noticing. You're not really noticing anything. Sort of. You're currently just seeing two holes.
Okay. Tharaval sort of looks at Lance and sort of shrugs.
I reach down and take the flail off my belt, and I reverse it, so I've just got the handle, and I push in hard to see if there's any resistance at the back.
Okay. Are you doing the same thing? Are you doing anything similar?
Tharvel will take out one of Eldrith's arrows and sort of poke it in.
Okay. As you sort of kind of push your sort of items into the holes, the one that Tharvel puts the arrow in, a sort of blade comes down and sort of cuts the arrow in half. The one that Lance sort of puts his in, it sort of makes a clicking sound, and its door sort of opens up.
Oh,
Result.
I was
Hey.
kind of
That could
hoping
have been nasty.
when Lance was like, I put my hand in the hole, and I was like, oh joy!
Like, what would I do in
You
real
put
life?
the hand in the
Gonna
cookie
put my
that you
hand
cut.
in a hole. Fuck that.
Okay,
You
so
put the hand in the hole and you chop it all up.
you open this door sort of swings open, and you sort of see what looks like sort of you can see there's sort of large crystals sitting on these sort of tables. There's 5 of them sort of sitting there, large sort of purple crystals.
I indicate for Tharival to stay where he is. I step to one side and I manifest my echo and use it to scout forward.
Okay. What do we give you for echo? Echo.
Tharvel sort of grimaces in disappointment that he doesn't get to do his job.
My echo, if my echo dies, you don't get hurt.
Yeah, but
He likes the thrill of the adventure.
Let me just try and get you,
You
something
made
you
the
can
elf
use
sad.
as an echo.
He's not made to sit on a
I
throne
think
of
I've got
lies.
spell somewhere.
Can I just say, when you're talking about Michael putting his hand in the hole, my first thought was, has anyone seen The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I know where you're going with this. Oh no.
With the deli machine, yeah.
Yeah. No.
Broken layer. I will give you this, and then I will this blue thing, and
Yeah,
then you
the
can.
blue thing.
Let me just give you access to it. Shh. Details.
Yeah. Please hold while we give you access to the blue thing.
The blue thing. It's not letting me give you access to the blue thing for some reason.
Oh, it's important to us.
I'm being
There we go.
refreshed.
All players. I'll just get all players. There we go. Save settings. Right, you should be able to move that now.
Yep.
Okay. So where is it going?
I think it's trying to go south, but I think the door's still open. Still closed.
They're locked.
Gee.
Dynamic lighting.
He opened the door, but he did not open the door.
I did not.
I cannot pass.
Perception just for.
Do not
shits and
pass go, do
giggles.
not pass go.
What was your perception roll? Yeah, there's nothing of note other than what you see. Okay, you see another sort of corridor to your west, which sort of leads to a wall, which you're going to assume is probably another door.
Okay, so can I see anything around it as we did anything around the door that would indicate another locking mechanism or similar?
There's nothing. Well, roll me investigation.
Sick. Oh, and it's logged me out. Give me a second.
11. You got
How
11.
rude.
Yeah, you don't notice anything.
So rude of
Okay.
it logging you out like that.
How rude.
It's something to do with the app. If it's been open for a while, then when you do an action, it will let you do the action, and then it logs you back out of the session. Where it goes, suddenly goes, oh shit, you're not supposed to be in here yet.
While this is going on, can you share the elemental puzzle, and maybe me and Barty would work on that?
So the puzzle is.
I was about to say, because Gadden would probably stay to do the cat puzzle as well. Doesn't need more than 2 cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah, well, you're already in the room with me. Maybe we'd have a look at it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I forgot to check. Oh, no.
Oh,
what?
Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. Sorry, my bad. Apologies. Wrong one.
Get the hell out of us.
It's this one.
Cool.
Oh, no. I hate Sudoku.
There you go. So the things on the left hand side, can you move those? Be able to move?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can move them.
Yeah. Okay. So it's
But
the
we've
same.
only got 1 copy of them.
Yeah. So you can copy and paste. So I think it's Control. Obviously C. V. I think.
Oh, yeah. Got it.
So same principles last time. The symbol on the left is the one that is the closest to that side. So you obviously fire is the closest one on the left, the bottom there. Obviously, wind is the closest on the left there. Water on the right, and it's basically getting them in the right order.
Yeah.
Are you doing things now? Are you touching it now, or
No,
Well,
we're not.
Oh, I thought I'm just trying to work it out so it saves time later.
Okay, so you're just sort of looking at it then.
We're just looking, but we'll actively be trying to do things on the map to make it work. That's right.
But I'm just going to take
Oh,
these.
what are you
You
doing?
need some map back, don't you?
We're-
You need map back.
Oh, sorry. My bad. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Stop it!
Put them back.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
I'm just saying, if you're touching, if you're putting things on it, then something may happen. So that's why.
No, we're not putting anything on it, but we're looking at it and trying to work it out mentally. But just for the out of game, we're messing around with it to get the answer.
Okay.
Or is that not allowed?
I've just put it in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've-
Charles.
Does this
I've
count
put-
as metagaming with the puzzle?
Yeah,
It doesn't. Okay, if you don't want us to do that,
I'm
fine.
joking. I'm joking.
that's fine.
No,
It's like
see.
an Excel spreadsheet or something.
I'm
That's
joking,
it.
of course.
Meta.
Don't want you metagaming. You know, obviously you've got what is present with you with your characters. So if you've got spreadsheets with your characters, then I'm guessing.
But what I'm saying is like if you're like instead of so you've got that thing in front of you, which is on screen. If you take an Excel spreadsheet of it, like what's there, take it off, so it means you can continue on with the main dungeon without having to have that. On the screen.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
trying to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
That's what.
Yeah, I've been taking a screenshot of it, so it's inside the chat, and then yeah, we can work on that.
Okay.
God, my
Discord
brain.
Okay. So you've
Yes.
got it. Then I will go back to the dungeon. Died. Oh,
That
there-
way.
There you are. Okay. Yeah. So what are you doing?
Where are we?
God damn it.
Take the crystals, Farrell.
Gambling. Get crystal. Oh.
Tharavel doesn't like touching things that he
Essence!
doesn't know much about.
So if I reach out and tap one of the crystals and it makes some noise, does that mean it's a music with rocks? It's rocks with music in.
Really?
I'm going to examine one of the crystals.
Right, roll me investigation. Okay. You pick it up, or you look at it. It's sort of the crystals are of different sort of shapes. They have a very specific looking bottom to them, though, which looks like it has been worked to a point of the rest of it looks very rough and natural, whereas the bottom looks like it's being sort of it's being
Specifically worked for a purpose.
yeah, worked for a purpose. You also notice that within the on the crystal, sort of kind of on the base, there is a sort of there is a number. So the one you have has a 3 on it.
So I'm going to examine the others just to confirm they're all consecutively numbered.
Yeah, okay. I'll just give it yes. So all of them have numbers on the bottom of them. 1 to 5.
Is it 1 to 4? 1 to 5 rather.
1 to
yeah.
5.
Okay. How big are the crystals?
They're relatively big. You'd need to sort of 4 of them are sort of you'd have to hold them in 2 hands. And then there's a 5th which is slightly smaller than the others. You'd have...
Okay. So, shall we have a look at the door then, Tharabol?
Yes. I'm just gonna. Oh, there's nothing. I'm just gonna do perception. See if there's anything notices.
Your perception. There's nothing on that in that.
By the
So it
way, I
doesn't
think I lost my
notice.
blue thingy.
Okay.
I was moving it when you changed over to the puzzle, so I think it ended up somewhere in that there.
Okay, right. Find you.
I think I've got the puzzle solved, guys.
Okay.
Amazing.
The puzzle that we don't know anything about because we're about half a mile away.
My question is though, with the puzzle, there's 5 squares, but
Mhm.
there's only 4 symbols.
No, there's 3 symbols.
Or there's a
As for the blank ones,
Earth.
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 Yeah.
Oh shit.
Ah, right, okay.
So there needs to be fire, water, earth,
In a
air,
line.
and a blank.
Yes.
Fire, wind, water, earth.
Do
Captain
you
Planet.
remember?
Alright.
Wind, water.
There should be fire. There
So
should be
fire, wind,
fire,
water.
air, water, and earth. There's 4 symbols, 4 possible.
Oh, I was working with just 3. I haven't solved it, guys.
Okay, I've sort of forgotten the rules, so.
So basically,
how many have to be in each row?
Basically,
It's like
you have to
Sudoku.
have
It's like
one of
Sudoku,
each,
isn't it?
one of each in each row, so you can't duplicate.
No,
going
no
across,
replications
going up
in
and
each
down.
row, vertically and horizontally.
No replications, up or down. Sorry, left or right or up or down. And you have to have the one, if it's got a symbol on the sort of left or in the right or the top or the bottom, that's the closest one to that in that column or row.
I see. I see.
Okay. So while they're still working out that puzzle, anybody else doing anything?
So Tharabal sort of approaches where the door is, and again he sort of has a look about and sort of touches about on the wall and sort of gives it taps and stuff like that, see if he finds anything.
Roll me investigation.
I'll be with him, so he gets advantage.
3 good investigation rolls in a row? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Say things like that out loud.
Yeah.
You
Just means my
see,
attack rolls are gonna be awful.
again, you see 2 holes, but this time you see inside them. There's like a chain with a handle on each one.
By the way,
Mhm.
I think the puzzle's broken, unless I copied it down wrong.
So I go on to it. And you...
Yeah, just
Well,
quickly.
We know that the last one wasn't. I paid 5 English Earth Pfennigs for it, and
If in the legend the on the right hand side the last 3 are air, that's not actually possible.
No, they're wind.
Yeah, air, wind.
Yeah.
So you've
whatever.
got wind and air.
no, you don't.
What?
You've got.
No, you've got water, wind,
water.
/ air. Fire.
So
Yes,
I
water,
noted
air,
down
earth, and fire.
on the right column. I noted down fire, water,
Earth and water.
air.
Let me bring it.
Yeah.
Let me bring it
So
up.
that's
And
that's
then
not
there's a water
actually
mid-grid as
possible.
well.
It's the water mid grid's there, but if you have 3 airs, it's not actually possible because you wouldn't be able to have them in the same column, and if you've got 4 elements, that blocks out one of the rows. It's not possible.
It's the closest.
It's closest.
One
It doesn't.
to
It
it, but
doesn't.
the one directly
doesn't
next to it might be a Earth.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean that it's the column directly next to it. It's
Oh,
just.
I know that, but it has to be the closest thing to it, right?
No.
Yeah.
Unless it's an Earth.
Oh, unless it's an Earth.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's an Earth.
It's
yeah.
mad. It's mad. I remember last time we did it. I spent the whole time of the exercise trying to get my head around that.
So Earth doesn't follow rules. Okay, fine.
Yep.
Right.
Earth can
Now-
become other things.
Right. Okay, that changes everything.
Love.
Love changes everything.
Okay, so you've
Thank
got that. Then we'll carry on back to
carry
where
on.
we were. So you've got 2 handles in the door. Well, I find this door again. With chains. So 2 holes, chains with 2 handles on one on each.
Is it like a ring handle, or is it like a loop that you could put something through, or is it like a bar handle?
It's like a
to
bar
grab?
handle. So it's like it's like a chain
Like
with a
like
an oval shaped and not an oval shape, a half moon shaped, and like a bar at the bottom of it.
So I could stick my flail through it and then use it as a lever to pull.
You could do, yeah.
Okay.
What have I got to do? Let's see. What can I? Oh, I've got a staff.
Hmm.
Yep. So yeah, I'm gonna take a little staff and poke it through the handle and pull it towards as well. I'll go for the one on the. I'm assuming one's on the left, one's on the right.
I want you to. So, are you doing these at different times? Are you synchronizing?
Same time.
Same time. Okay,
Same
roll
time.
me a dexterity, I guess.
Both of us.
Yeah, both of these roll me a dexterity, just so you can sort of get the timing right. I was just saying the first time he feels his dexterity. Yeah, so you both sort of put your implements into the holes and you pull them down. As it does, the door swings open. And you see. What are you gonna see? I'm taking you're gonna peer out. Down. So you see.
I was gonna say I'm gonna drop my echo out there.
Please do.
There you go. Got to open the door again.
I think I've got it.
Yeah, perhaps they won't.
You think you got it?
Yeah. 1 second. I'm gonna block out the colors now. See if this is correct. Because you can duplicate on Earth, can't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't
Perfect,
fall
yeah,
anywhere
that
else,
is-
is that?
I might have it then.
Ooh.
So to make sure it logically looks right.
Next lead door.
Oh no. Nope, I'm not. I'm not right. I'm not right there.
Okay.
That is a long corridor.
There's
It's a very long corridor.
You sort of, as you're looking down, there is a door to your north. Again, it's quite an ornate-looking one. There's nothing overly special to it, other than it has a keyhole. The one to the south, again, doesn't look too different to the one in the north. Obviously, you're further away, so you can't really see very much, but it looks
What can
similar.
I see to my left as I'm looking south?
You sort of
Echo is.
come in and you see what looks like a cave.
Okay, so I'm going to step into the cave to see what's there.
Anytime I see a long corridor, I'm physically reminded of my old school because it
Ye-
had just one massive corridor through the middle.
You see a sort of a chest in the center of the room, and you see nothing else. A big cave. There are sort of, well, you haven't investigated, so I guess just see a cave with a chest of.
Is it a rave cave? Like, can you rave in it? I'm kidding.
Rave cave.
So obviously, I am
Mimic.
present, but not present. So I'm going to have a look around and see if I notice anything. So there we go.
By the way, does the echo give off an ethereal light?
No, it's just an image.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm saying, does the image give off a light? Otherwise, if
No,
it's
it's just
an
a
image...
translucent manifestation. So I'm a
Okay.
semi-translucent me.
Got it.
So
I posted in our WhatsApp chat
Yep.
for whoever's doing it.
Cool.
So you're doing a perception check. Just bear with me.
Yep. Air, earth, fire, water. Yep. Fire, water, air. Yep. Air, earth, fire, water, air. Yep. And earth, fire, water, air. Yep. Correct.
Okay.
I'm also there. I'm just gonna quick fire that. So that's what the pictorial image looked like. I don't know why I didn't color in the fire. I might as well should have colored it in.
I
Remix
need to
it.
do something.
We did.
How do I
Yeah.
roll? How do I roll? Without you guys seeing it.
Oh,
is there not a DM roll?
Whisper roll or something
there's-
like that?
yeah.
Yeah, whisper roll.
there should be a DM.
Because I know when I do rolls from the app, it asks me if I want it to be a whisper roll or a public one.
Okay, right. I'll do. Actually, yeah, I'll do. It's
Are Seren and Barty just having a cup of tea in the previous corridor?
I am actually keeping watch after being jumped the last time. Seren is nervous.
You're only
After-
paranoid
Sounds all
if people
up.
aren't trying to jump out and attack you.
I'm suspicious at the lack of stabby, okay?
Lack of stabby, though.
We had a brief burst of stabby.
This is Mitch.
Much.
Therevol almost had stabby.
It was accompanied by explosions, though.
Yeah, I'm not used to exploding stabby.
I mean, you know,
Goodness.
it's
Live and learn.
You get what you're given. Like the exploding stabby.
the
Don't
best
wanna
one
take
is really
exploding
surprising,
stabby.
but you quickly get used
The
to it.
world is full of wonderful, magnificent surprise. Oh, sorry about that.
Meanwhile, Arno just goes, I think I've got it.
Yep.
You can get a cream for that, you know.
An ointment.
You're on fire tonight, Lance. No pun intended.
Hey, no, intend your puns, coward.
That's how he knows about the cream.
all right. So I can't. Okay.
If the cream's Vaseline, you could both have the cream and be on fire.
Just roll separately, Matt. Like, you surely have dice by your computer.
Yeah. Yes.
That's what deep heat is.
Okay. Birth woman.
No,
I do
deep
have
heat's
dice.
far worse.
Okay. Birth woman.
Don't want to
Is
make
it-
that mistake twice.
My father-in-law did the New York Marathon back about 20 odd years ago before me and Sarah got together, and he was wearing a vest that was chafing him, and he was asking someone at one of the rest stops for Vaseline, and they grabbed the
No.
wrong pot,
No.
Oh, no.
and he got another mile down the
Okay,
course.
I'm going
and
to
he was
roll
bleeding
this.
inside his vest.
Roll.
What did they
He
put
ran
on
the
it?
last 5 miles of the New York Marathon with deep heat on his chafed testicles.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm not
He was-
on that.
yeah, he was actually bleeding when he came across the line.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. You don't see anything.
Oh, that's ominous.
What are we rolling secret? What?
So I walk over to the chest, and just absent-mindedly, but not suspiciously at all, I tap it with my I tap it with my spear.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Okay. So I walk back across to rejoin the corridor and proceed down to have a closer look at the doors.
Yeah, so it's a similar door to the north. There's a keyhole. So there's a keyhole to it. There's a sort of specific, actually, something I've got to note. So the top key, the door in the north has a sort of there's like a colored hue to the sort of kind of locking mechanism of sort of a sort of goldy yellow color. The southern one has the same sort of hue to the lock, and it's a sort of a reddish, a blood red color.
So I expel the echo and return to myself. I'll just bring that over here for a moment, out of the way. And I turn to Tharavan and say, we have 2 doors and a cavern with some sort of a chest in there. I suggest we return to the others before we get too far away to make sure that we don't end up fighting on like 3 or 4 fronts or something like that, because that would not be in any way, shape or form optimal. Though not unexpected either, to be fair.
Tharaval agrees. He says he'll keep watching the corridor while we get the rest. Or if they want me to come back, then let me know.
So I turn and return to the others to update them.
Okay. So what are the rest of you doing?
I think we've solved the puzzle.
Yeah. So Anna
We're
will say
standing
that he
nervously.
thinks he's got it, and
Okay. Are you?
South Park? I think I know it. Can't say it.
yeah, we'll solve it.
Yeah,
I
say
won't
it, solve it.
I walk back and you're fiddling with things, and I'm like, do I need to stand well back?
Birth 1 minute. Let me check something.
What's the worst that could happen?
Last time someone said that, they dropped a giant spider on my head ass first.
Okay. So do you need to go on to the puzzle then? Do you want me to put you onto the puzzle? Are you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, go for it if you want.
Right. What puzzle? Oh. Frozen on me. Roll 20.
Let it go.
Of course you have.
Roll 20.
Fuck you, roll
Can't
20.
handle the puzzly nature.
Yeah, okay, I think I'm going back here.
Damn it!
Right, so you are puzzle 2.
Puzzleicious.
Puzzleicious. Puzzle
Puzzling.
2. The puzzling.
Puzzling.
Okay.
I am being puzzled.
Puzzling.
So obviously move these over here as they are not on. As soon as you put the first one on,
Matt starts rolling dice. Bollocks.
The DM is cackling. Run.
Michael,
Oh,
fucking
no.
no.
What was that slogan shirt? If the DM's laughing, you've already lost.
Yeah. No, if the DM's laughing, it's already too late.
How do
Yeah.
we copy them? I can't copy it.
I can do it. Do you want me to?
just hold.
Okay,
Can you
Control
click
C,
it?
Control V.
Control C, Control V.
No,
No, it's not letting me either.
Okay. Oh yeah. See the thing. The bottom right here.
Oh
there's
yeah,
the-
yeah.
Oh, the
yeah,
elemental
yeah.
deck.
Yeah,
say
yeah,
press choose, and it'll give you an option to choose.
There we go.
yeah, yeah.
Ah,
I'm sticking the
Oh,
earth
good.
ones down, by the way.
All right, I'll do fire and air.
Don't take this as a bad indication of my trust for you guys, but I'm stepping back a few steps into the
Yeah.
corridor.
So as soon as you put the first element onto the
waters.
on thing, you hear this sort of ticking
Oh,
sound.
shit, that wasn't water.
Oh, great. Guys, who's ticking?
Wasn't me.
Oh. Two of us. I'll let go. I'll stop.
No, it's fine. I was just moving it out of the way.
Can somebody spawn me more? I can't remember what it is again.
It's in,
Choose in the
in your
deck.
bottom right.
Oh yeah.
Right deck, choose.
The ticking starts getting faster.
Oh, guys?
Well, if
Oh,
we could
where's-
do this faster.
Underneath, yeah.
No, stop it.
Will you stop
Stop
breaking
it.
it?
Oh,
That is exactly what was going through my head.
did
don't-
you?
Technically need to do the earths, you just leave them as they were. It's
Okay,
fine!
cool.
All right. Well,
Disgusting!
Oops, sorry. I meant this one.
Yes.
I think that's it, right? Yeah.
1 second.
Are we
yeah,
good?
there it is. We're good. Yes, I think we're
We're
good.
good.
Okay.
Wait, what's that fire? Is that the wrong? Oh yeah, these ones are just not the. Got it. We're
Alright.
good.
Okay.
The ones on the edge. The edge!
You are
Sorry.
you sort of put the final rune or sort of elemental rune into place, and as you do, you hear this sort of clicking. The runes sort of kind of come together, move around a bit, and the door.
Nice.
I will actually move the door for you this time, right?
Can you put us back on the map?
Well,
Yes.
yeah, we can't see the door at the moment.
Yeah. I hide
Because
it.
it is lava!
I hide it. Well, the puzzles would have to be in the other side. Oh, there, Jor Thrust. Jor Thrust. Okay. Boosh and boosh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
So well timed.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
It's like both part of the map.
Okay, so the door is now unlocked.
It's unlocked but not open. I thought you said it opened.
Yeah, if you want to open it, you can open it. That's fine. You want it opened?
Lance, over
Yep.
to you.
Hello there.
Still standing in the corridor. I just say, open the door. 1 second. Sorry, I'm just moving my manifested echo through all the.
You have a distinct lack of squishy.
So I'm gonna open. So I push the door open, step into the corridor, so I'm out of the way, and manifest my echo to step into the room.
Okay. You see what looks like four sort of plinths with sort of a sort of glowing center on them. You also see like what looks like a sort of like a portal with a sort of kind of a humming sort of a humming sort of sound coming from it. There's also a central plinth which is slightly raised up from the other one, with another sort of kind of slot in the center of it.
Crystals.
So
I'm betting the smaller crystal probably goes in that raised plinth in the middle.
Your penis in it.
do I notice anything suspicious?
Nope.
It looks like they're holders for those crystals in that other room.
It is entirely possible. I walk over and examine the first of the plinths to see if there's anything obvious that would indicate which number.
Okay, roll me investigation.
Is that thing on the left side a portal?
You're not sure what it is. You can't. You're looking at it. You're not really seeing anything. You're not finding anything.
Well, on this very odd this side here.
The one that Lance has got his echo up, but he's sort of not seeing anything. As again, like
Okay.
I'm always showing. He's investigated that top one. He's not.
Okay.
Sure, but I mean the thing on the left on the map that looks like a portal. Is it a portal?
You can roll me an Arcana, I guess.
Oh. I'll give advantage to Arno by helping.
Okay. 16 and 10, so 16.
Yeah, it's kind of a port. You're sort of it's got sort of a lot of the hallmarks of what would be a portal, but it's got this sort of kind of central disc in the center of it, and there's like a sort of a gem in the center of the disc. So it you think it could be a portal, but you've not seen one with that sort of kind of central thing.
Is it in line with the hole on the other side of the corridor? That central disc.
Do you want to roll me investigation?
Well, can I not just see that? I'm standing directly in between them.
You are very small, and there is a big plinth in your way.
Is there? Okay. Fine. Let's see.
Are you implying that he's
13.
not hovering?
He is.
You know, it's far away. You're not. You know, you're guessing. You know, it could be.
Can I use my history check to see if I've seen a setup like this in my travels?
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah.
Give me a second. Core history.
You've got a sort of vague recollection of something similar, using the power of, you know, sort of portal energy, to just sort of focus that energy. That's really all you can sort of kind of remember.
So it looks to me that we need to power the portal, and that plinth there is going to magnify whatever and make it like it's supposed to go somewhere. It's kind of like a prism when you're putting light through it and focusing it on a particular area. So, and with hazards against it, we need to power it somehow on those crystal little things on the corner. If there's other Lancer, there are 4 of them. All those crystals in
There were 5 crystals, one of which was smaller than the other 4.
Yeah.
I would also point out that while there's a door that seems to connect up with the corridor I was just investigating,
Yes.
there is another door to the northern end of the chamber that we may wish to check out first, so that we don't get too many surprises in one go.
My counter argument behind it is that you went down a small. Was it small? Like the corridor wasn't that big, and the place
It was a
wasn't
moderately long corridor, and it also joined with a cavern that has some remains in it and a chest.
Remains of what?
The day.
Dead
Yeah.
people. They're bones of. You know, you're guessing they're human, or you know, elven.
There were
or...
humanoid bones or skeletons.
big. Well,
Did you
take a
open the
vote.
chest?
I'd like to say take the chest, but I also think opening the gate is we're here. So
I would say open the gate, purely because if we go to get the chest, we take the chest, something bad happens. If this gate happens to be our escape route, we would kind of need it operational.
But what if something comes through the portal?
we deal
Is
with it
that
then
not
and
a
there.
chance that we have to take?
There's every
That's
chance
fine.
that portal is not a portal, and instead it's going to fire something directly through this corridor to the wall on the east side.
That's what I was saying. I've seen something like this in the past.
So if we all enter the chamber and if we call Tharavel back, and we take the crystals with us, we have to identify which plinth each crystal goes onto, because the crystals have numbers etched in the bottom.
Right.
Arno's going to walk over back to the east wall, and he's going to take out a little like a pocket mirror or something, and he's going to cover the central gem with that mirror, but you know, attach it, balance it somehow on the stone.
Anyone got any gum?
Okay. You're putting a mirror on the
I'm
door.
putting a mirror on the right-hand side door, like over that sort of cylindrical crystal, to reflect if there is a beam that goes there until we're prepared to allow it to do so.
Okay.
Okay.
So he's doing that. What are the rest of you doing?
We should go and collect the crystals
Mm.
and retrieve Tharavel.
Yes.
I'll go and look around and see if I can investigate all these plinths and see
Okay.
which ones could correspond.
It's going
Well-
to take the rest of us to carry the crystals back.
You got
The four
basically one
larger ones.
each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's. Actually, I'll switch. Barty, Barty, you do this. Where the fuck did I go? Barty, you go ahead and you have a look around. I think that I'm as much as I'm good with the arcane, you're better.
Okay, Barty will just wander up to one of these pedestals.
Just a question. See, whenever we actually first came into that corridor, was there light coming through the sort of cylinder on the right hand side to begin with that we would have noticed, or was it just
What's this,
Like
sir?
No, it was
ambient, I
just a
think.
gem.
so? On the, so you got the door on the left and the door on the right, and the corridor that we first came into, up here.
Yep.
So, and you said there's like the little glass disc or cylinder
On the right hand side.
on the right hand side. So in that corridor, was there light coming through that to begin with?
From the one on the right hand side.
Yeah.
No, it's sort of, you can tell it's, like I say, you can tell it's translucent. You're not seeing anything through it.
Alright. Arno will go down and say to Tharavel, Tharavel, come, we've gained entry into the chamber above. We need to take these crystals back.
Excellent.
I'll take the small one.
Strength test! Sorry, I'm not making you do that. They're extremely heavy crystals.
Which means don't trip.
So Tharavel picks up a crystal and follows Arno.
As do I.
Guys, that
Yeah.
round thing, that semi-transparent round thing, where was that again?
It's in the
Right.
wall on your right,
Over on
or on your
this.
left.
I covered it with a
Door.
mirror, Saren, just in case.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably where the portal might end up firing at.
That's why there's a mirror over it.
Yeah,
I
it won't.
Personally,
It won't
think
get
that's
through
where
the
it's
mirror.
gonna be. I think that's where it's gonna be coming from.
I was distracted by stabby thoughts.
That's okay. Just leave the mirror in place until we know what's going on.
I will go get a crystal.
Alright.
Barty holds his hand out over the pedestal. There seems to be like any sort of energy emanating from it. It's not like it's humming or anything like that, is it?
It's
It goes.
there is a
Several frequencies.
there is power coming from it. There's it's not as strong as you maybe would feel coming from the sort of demi portal in the west, but there is some sort of power coming from them.
I will go to such like the housing and cast Identify.
Yeah, it's a what does Identify do? How specific does it identify?
So you choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it's magic or magically imbued, you'll learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement and how many charges it has.
Housing
any
it's
spells affecting it,
Yeah,
sort of
okay.
stuff.
It was going to be
Basically, if it's anything to do with magic, I'll know exactly.
yeah, it's sort of like a power conduit. You sort of make the assumption that the crystals will focus the beam into the center crystal, which will then shoot out. So what will happen is once you put the crystals within their places, that will activate the portal, which will shoot out a beam into the center one, focus it, and obviously you're guessing that will shoot off to your right hand side.
Good. Any clue about the sequence?
You know there is a sequence. You're not aware of which one goes which. You know there's numbers on the crystals.
Okay.
Maybe there's a clue somewhere else to this puzzle.
Oh
If
god,
it's
it's not in that
indeed,
chest, is it?
if the order in which we mount the crystals indeed is
You do
important,
well,
then-
obviously because you know about the thing. You have to place the crystals at the same time.
So it's not in. It's just positionally then, not in sequential. Or,
Yeah, so
okay.
you got to place them at the same time, and they've got to have them in the right place. Each crystal has its own sort of specific function.
And there's no numbers around those housings.
Well, Lance has checked one and couldn't find anything.
Okay.
Do we want to do this before knowing what's on the opposite side of that? Well, I suppose you've got it blocked anyway, don't you?
And what was the door at the north side of this room? Was there a keyhole or was there anything?
I'm not gonna. There is a door there, but it because it basically leads to a staircase and stuff. But it's gonna lead you. I don't want you going down there and going, oh, we're going down there, and completely derail the whole thing. So as far as you're concerned, it's just a wall. There is I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you, but you're not going there. It doesn't exist.
You can't do that. You
I
can't
can.
do that. It either exists or it doesn't.
It doesn't exist. It's a wall. That's a wall. It's not a door. It's a wall. I'll show it to you now, but it's sort of because what you'll do is you'll go, well, I was gonna have a thing where you could go down here, but it would just sort of prolong.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it's a wall, it's a wall, but that means nothing can come through that wall.
Yes, nothing can come through that wall. Yeah. So as you can see, it's it's just like a big staircase, which would lead down, and we could go into something else, but I thought that would prolong it too long to sort of have things, so I just cut it out.
Fair. All right. Well, let's go looking for clues then. Let's leave the crystals here and see if we can find any clues to which crystals go where.
Let's look for treasure.
How thoroughly did you investigate that pedestal, Lance?
I had a bit of a look around but I wasn't physically present. I was there in my echo.
Can Arno investigate the central sort of plinth?
Yep, you can.
For any clues?
Roll me investigation.
Sorry, Arval just did a perception on the room that they're in at the minute.
19.
Yeah,
and I will cast guidance on myself for an extra d4 if that makes a difference.
Yeah, so you sort of look around it and you're sort of feeling this sort of thing, and you notice that there are 3 hatched lines within the center one.
3 hatched
Sorry,
lines.
so 3 lines. So 3 lines, sorry, just 3 lines. Yeah.
On the shirt?
On the pedestal.
No, sorry, bad football.
Are they jewels?
Be ashamed, sir. Be ashamed.
3 lines on the pedestal. Yeah.
So what kind of lines? Like, do they
Just lines. You
straight
just see 3 straight lines going down. Obviously, there's no such thing as Roman numerals in this thing, but 3 straight lines.
That sort of thing. Yeah. So
Well,
I'm assuming you mentioned it to us, and I
there's
suggest
some
that you
mark
look
here. Yeah.
have a look at the bottom of the smaller stone to see if it matches.
Arno looks at the smaller stone.
Yep, there are 3 lines that match the central.
Okay.
Central.
It seems to match. I suggest we take a look at these pedestals in more detail. So now that we know there is a clue there, like without rolls, are we able to thoroughly sort of look for signs of numbers? Or do
You can roll me investigation. It's just because Lance's initial one was he got a 9, so he didn't find them.
Yeah, but now that we know that they're there,
yeah, you can have advantage on them, so
do
you're
it.
looking for them. Yeah. Okay, so Lance, you look at that one. You notice that one has 2 lines on it.
I walk over to the crystals and check them to find the one that matches it.
The one over Fireball's just like not finding anything on his. He's just there's nothing on this one.
He's sort of like,
I cannot find it.
Bartholomew, you find one with just 1 line on it. Arno,
Oh my god, it's Fifth Element. It's Fifth Element.
you get one with a V and 1 line beside it on the left hand side.
Okay. All right. Well, Saravel, did you find anything on that one?
Tharivel sort of
I ain't
swings around
found
and
shit.
like,
Well, I think with the
and he
power
sort
of
of
deduction, yours
kaleidoscopes it.
must
He's like, I can see you.
I think by the powers of deduction, yours should be the number 5, the one with the V.
Literally the scene from The Fifth Element, guys.
All right,
Really
so
is.
we've got top left, top right, middle 3, bottom left 4, bottom right 5.
I've got the matches, by the way, in case we need to do fire, wind, earth. I got fire.
All right. So can we coordinate then with the crystals?
Are you placing the crystals?
Shall we replace the crystals, guys?
Oh yeah. I think I've picked up the last one. Well, no, everybody picked up one, didn't they?
Yeah, I got 2.
Okay, cool. And Tharivel and Saren have got one each, right? I'm just trying to
I've
figure out
got
because
I think we've got
No,
one
they-
between us
got
because
one-
otherwise
we've
there
got
would
one
be 6
spare.
crystals.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
5.
crystals.
5 crystals.
5 crystals.
yeah, and I've got the last one then because I was the last one out of the room.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So and then what one do I have?
Well, we'll just coordinate that we have the right ones. Let's.
So we've all swapped.
Okay.
Yeah,
We've
it's
all
all-
coordinated.
Yeah,
We have the correct
yeah, okay,
one.
cool.
We
We've got,
got
we've got a spare person, so who's going to stand in front of the laser and gain its power?
That sounds like a
I
Barty.
know.
That sounds like
Hearing.
a Barty thing to me.
Everyone else steps backwards 1 step and leaves Barty to volunteer. Right.
Sarah puts her hand up eagerly and she's like, wait, oh no, wait, you're joking, aren't you?
Cue the
All right.
Captain Planet music.
On 3. 1.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa. Are we going on 3 or are we going 1,
After
2, 3,
three.
go?
I said on 3.
Okay.
1, 2,
Just-
insert.
Okay, I want just out of that because that's hilarious. You need to give me an insight check to see if you understood the insight check to see if you understood the timing. The timing. So all roll me insight so you understand each
That's
other.
hilarious.
Oh,
I love it. I fucking love this.
oh,
Oh god. Oh my god. Oh, God.
He's asking to clarify, right?
You did, yeah.
No,
my
but
God.
Tharivel did actually. He said, "Wait." To
Yeah, he
clarify,
said
so
wait
he's-
and asked to
Hang on.
clarify. So
I
there
have
was
to-
clearly confusion, but now there isn't.
Okay, so you
Insight.
get well, you can have advantage, but you're all failing anyway. The
Oh,
only people
dear.
who understood are Tharivel and Brother Gadden. The rest
If
of
you
you
don't want this door opening, just say it'll never open. It's okay.
We're never gonna make it.
No, I just thought it was funny. Okay, so you all sort of kind of go, okay, so 1, 2, and then like some of you start putting them down in different times, and like everybody's just like you're putting them down in different times, and nothing happened.
No, Sarah. Listen, guys. On 3. 1, 2, and then put it in.
You can roll me insight again. You can have advantage.
Fine.
I'll only
God.
do this once more if you fuck it up. I just sort of think it's funny.
Do we all have to do it again, even if
Oh
we pass
God!
Barty's
Yes.
new.
But he's like, in?
Never look.
it? But 19.
Yeah.
I think Barty's doing it upside down.
That is burning through his feet.
Okay, yeah, so you do it on time this time round. So you go 1, 2, 3, and you all place the crystals down at the same time. As you do, this sort of kind of humming.
1, 2, 3.
This sort of humming sound comes from the crystals. They start to sort of kind of light up. The portal or the demi portal on the left hand side, or sorry, on the western side, starts to sort of kind of get louder. This sort of beam, sort of from each one of the crystals, hits the central crystal itself. Then a beam from the portal on the west sort of comes in. As it does, the beam sort of starts to get brighter and brighter and brighter. The whole room just sort of kind of has this sort of violet hue to it. And the beam shoots out to the right. As it does, it hits the mirror. It shoots back again and starts hitting and hits the crystal in the middle, and that crystal hits back into the portal. The crystal in the middle starts to shake.
I dive for cover.
I'm diving for cover too.
Anna starts running this way.
Hang on. Galen's gonna quickly run to the thingy. Is
Right, just bear in
Arno
mind,
actually
there's a big beam of there's a big beam of light going down the central thing, so obviously you don't
Oh right, yeah.
you don't want to sort of fucking hit it.
Yeah, but Arno's small enough to duck under. He'll be running, and like as he approaches, he'll cast his mage hand again.
That's it. That's it.
Whip the mirror down with a mage
That's
hand.
That's it. Fuck.
As you sort of so let's just see how many. So you've got, what's your movement?
What's my movement? My movement is 25 feet, but I'm hovering, so I think I have.
What's your flying speed then?
My flying speed, I think it's 30.
60?
30. And what's the range of Mage Hand?
30. And Mage Hand is 30 feet.
Okay. So you were over here, the one at the bottom left, were you? Is that where you?
No, I was in the middle. So I was here, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5. Oh, hang on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So then Mage Hand
30
is gonna appear sort of halfway.
Right, okay.
Like just at the entrance of the door.
Okay, so as you sort of kind of do that and you cast Mage Hand, the crystal's sort of shaking in the middle, and from the demi portal in the western side, you see something coming through.
Oh crap.
The gift that when you put that mirror over there, I was like, oh my god, because I was like, if you don't put the crystals in the right place, I was like, this was going to happen. But then you put the mirror in front of the crystal. I was like, ooh, that gives me a good idea.
Oh, the cackle.
It would have appeared on the other side of the wall otherwise.
That's no blame. He's all on Seren looking for Stabby.
Okay, so as you sort of this sort of like large red creature sort of steps through the portal as it starts to shake.
Get out!
Get out! Hang on, Matt. Once I cast the mage hand then has 30 foot of movement. So I can cast it 30 foot away from me, and then I can move the mage hand 30 feet.
And this is all part of, so casting it and it can move. Is it an action to?
Yeah, exactly. That's one turn.
Okay,
so...
all right. Okay, that's fine. If you can, what's it can do? What can Mage Hand do?
Move shit. 30 pounds worth of stuff.
Yeah, it can. It's it's 10 pounds, but my small hand mirror is definitely not 5 kilos.
Yeah. Okay. All right. If you don't want to fight a bad guy, that's fine. Okay.
But it looks fun, but also fuck no. Not that fucker. Not that fucker. Anything but that fucker.
You don't want to fight it. You sure you don't want to fight a bad guy?
Listen, I started off D&D with that fucker and DMing with it. I know what it's capable of. The word Empreg comes to mind.
Yeah. Basically, if you fail a Constitution save, it lays an egg inside you, and you basically it fucking does an alien on you, and you've got like a week or something to get rid of it, or it sort of bursts out of your.
Nice.
It's welcome to try that on me.
Alien bibbies.
I'm not
Okay.
horrified at all.
Fine.
Whips the mirror away.
Party poopers.
What happens then?
Party poopers. As you do, the sort of it sort of stops bouncing back. The crystal sort of slightly cracked, but it sort of goes through the door on the western, sorry, the eastern side. As it does, the door, the crystal lights up. It goes a purple hue. it shatters. The crystal sort of shatters. As it does, the portal on the western side starts to turn black. And the crystals on each plinth start to darken and then stop humming, and nothing. The door on your right hand side is now open. I will move that.
Oh, that was a close one, guys.
Damn it!
May
Damn it!
I look at everyone and go, can we not? Please. Can we not?
I thought you wanted to stabby, Sarah.
Yeah, it's
Stabby,
perfect
stabby,
candidate for
not
stabby,
great
stabby.
big light show.
It's not
I
like
can
a.
still
It's
see
not.
purple.
It's not a super hard monster. It's just that if you
No.
fail that Constitution save, you're in trouble.
You're all pregnant.
You're all pregnant. And that would have led to all kinds of amazing shenanigans. But there you go.
Insert John Hurt here.
Yeah. Okay, so let me move that out of the way.
And that's just the red one, by the way. There's 4 other colors.
Yay.
I did that. You know what, Matt? Thank you. I mean, if I could give inspiration, I would.
I'm mentally horrified, but also I'm storing that away for my session on Sunday.
Go with the blue slab then. That one's horrific. Absolutely. All right, sorry.
Okay,
Carry
so
on.
the door opens and you see another door in front of you. There's obviously well, you're not close to it, but the door opens. There's another door in front of you. I will show you that actually, because you can probably see in front of you. So reveal. Whoosh.
Boosh.
You go in with your echo.
Okay.
And you see a chest in the north and a chest in the south.
What could
And
go
is that a
wrong?
door on the east or is that a wall?
There's a door in the east there. Yeah.
My brain
So
is screaming mimic.
Mimic. It's a
I'm
mimic.
gonna
It's a
have a
mimic.
look
It's
at
a
the door.
mimic.
Item egg.
Yeah, the door is. There's no keyhole or anything. It's just a large door.
Then I look at the chests.
You have 2 chests. They don't seem to be locked.
I prod one of them with my spear, forcefully.
Which one?
The northern one.
Well, as you do, it sort of it knocks open. A lot of dust comes out of it, and you notice. Actually, roll me investigation.
Again.
Well, you investigated the outside of it. You didn't investigate the inside of it. So you sort of see like bits of linen and old sort of Ithrastian sort of garb. And then you notice sort of a glint of a key. It's sort of like a hued gold.
And I repeat with the southern one.
Yep, roll me investigation. It opens again, same sort of principle, roll me investigation. Same again, you sort of go through some old stuff, there's nothing of any major note, but you find a red hued key.
Okay, so I dispel my echo again and just say, we have a door with no keyhole and we have 2 chests that contain keys, and they seem to be similar colours to the locks on the doors at each end of the corridor I looked at.
Let's grab them then.
I was
Grab 'em,
just
grab 'em.
assuming that Tharavel probably already did. Because
Hey, I was waiting for you to say that catchphrase.
Yoink.
Alright, so Tharavel's got the keys. You said there was another chest, Lance?
yes, that's down the southern corridor in the adjoining cave.
Shall we head that way?
It would be rude not to, really.
Seems like that's the way to go.
So you're ignoring the door on the right-hand side?
For now.
You said it had no keyhole, and he investigated it pretty well.
Yeah, so there's no keyhole. It doesn't mean it. It's a door still. I'm just saying it doesn't have a keyhole.
Oh, did you try and push open the door?
I'm just like,
Did you turn it on and off?
I was thinking of that Viva Dirt League thing again, where it's just like
The ladder, yeah.
Bloody hell.
Is anybody opening the door?
I've got a
Tharavol's-
horrible feeling Tharavel is.
Tharavol's there.
Yeah.
Roll stealth. Do it stealthily.
For God's sake, do it stealthily.
Stealthy open.
He's just sort of going to stand up against the door first of all and sort of listen to see if he can hear or sort of see any shadows on the opposite side of it. And anything like that.
In the shadows of our lives.
You sort of hear some sounds. You hear sort of what sounds like potentially like wind, like there's an opening in that room. Other than that, you hear sort of the crack of like, 'cause I guess you're roll me nature actually. Roll me nature.
God, I don't think my nature's good. No, it's as bad as my intelligence.
Ah, no. Okay. Yeah, so you hear some wind and you hear some sounds, but you're not really sure what they are.
Tharavel's curiosity gets the better of him, but he sort of readies himself and he gradually sort of tries to, like very, very slowly, sort of just crack the door open a little bit, just pushes
Which
it.
direction are you looking at? Or are you just sort of looking... I guess it's like a double door, so you're kind of looking straight ahead.
Yeah, so he's just going to open, just crack it open a little bit and just look sort of straight ahead and then sort of peer the other side, sort of.
Okay, so technically you wouldn't be able to see in the middle because it's sort of it's down or low, but you see like there's a door on the opposite side, and you see sort of like what looks like a dip below you. Well, sorry, ahead of you.
Anything there?
On ballerina.
Tharavel sort of, beckons back and says that nothing that he can see, and then he sort of he'll push the doors fully open.
Okay, so you you open the door and you come into a large room. There's a sort of what looks like a cave opening to the northeast. You also see raised platforms on each side with chests on top of them. You also have a sort of central like pit with chests in each one. You also notice there's like eggs around the room.
Burn them all.
And webs.
The webs have no relation to it. Just they're not spider related. It's just that's the way the map is.
I'm assuming the nature. It was me trying to understand if I knew what the eggs were, or
yeah.
So Tharavel sort of calls back. He says, "There's a room with a lot of chests, but there's eggs, but I don't know what they are."
I say we burn them.
Agreed. Actually, no, I'm not that. My one is culture, not necessarily history. Oh, what's it? Nature. Okay. Lights up a motor in his hand. He's got like a firebolt ready to go. Actually, he also has a fireball ready to go if he wanted to. So,
yes, destroy the entire room.
Yeah, we didn't ask how big the room was.
We just said get rid of it. Get rid of those eggs. Those eggs that look great. Are they huge? They're big, like eggs with like hard shells, not like squishy, dirty.
say
Yeah, they're
squishy
they're, they're
slimy.
they're like they're well, you have investigated the eggs, I guess. So you know, if somebody wants to
Okay.
go in and investigate an egg, they're more than welcome to do that.
Fine. He goes in just like, oh wait, hang on. He just looks at Tharaful and says, "No funny business traps wise, right?"
You don't notice any traps. You do notice that some of the eggs are moving.
Darable
yeah.
just puts his hand in front of Gadden and he says, "Those eggs are moving."
He launches a fireball in the middle of the place without hesitation. Fireball. Go.
Oh no. You're... Okay, are you definitely doing this? Are you throwing the
Yep,
fireball in the
committed.
center of this?
What was in the chests?
He's laid his head. Let us lie in it.
Oh god.
It's just like
Because he's a lion.
Yay!
Oh,
Hey, listen, if I didn't commit to it, I'd be
lying.
lying about it.
There you go.
Oh.
Peter would be proud of you because that's just that's just channeling him in the original adventure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Look, this is my main job here.
Okay.
like lid with fire.
I wouldn't mind, but I'm nowhere near this at the moment. I've gone down the southern corridor thinking that's where we're going.
So where's the fireball going?
Right in the
and
center.
everybody's letting him do this, by the way. There's no.
Well,
I'm too
Tharval's
far away
the
to
only one
bother
that
him.
can stop him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Barty's the only one that can stop me.
That's a good idea, Brother Gadden.
Can I react to try and stop him? Like grab his hand, or I don't know how fireballs cast. Is it?
It's a somatic symbol, so you'd have to shut me up.
Yeah.
You'd have
Slap
to
him.
cover my.
So
Yep.
Tharavel tries to slap Gadden around the face.
I was
And
joking.
so basically he's going to try and slap Gadden around the face, and if he's successful, he's going to say, "Shut your whore mouth."
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, do it. Let's see. And I can do a concentration to see if I maintain it. So I'll do Constitution. Shit, I've got Warcaster. That's not good. I have an advantage on a Constitution saving thing that makes me maintain my stamina when concentrating a spell when I take damage. So
Well,
So what am I just?
I'm gonna just roll it as a Constitution
Terrible.
flat though.
Terrible. Stick your fingers up his nose.
It's just I'm gonna here's what you have to contest.
an 8.
8. Brilliant.
So
That should be easy.
What am I rolling here?
Strength or
Strength?
dexterity?
Dexterity. Yeah, roll me a dex.
Yeah, straight dex. Or sleight of hand for a slap.
Oh, it's a crit.
Right.
Oh, you can make it as epic as you
Oh.
want it to be.
Alright, fine.
You do a 100 hand slap.
Fucking hell!
I think I'm gonna go opposite of epic and go with comedy, but Tharavel sort of sees the egg sort of like vibrating and everything like that, and he just thinks something isn't right, and he can just see Gadden going to mutter some words as if he's going to cast something, and he just turns around and goes, and just, and then just holds it back. It's like, no.
And he says, but the eggs! The eggs!
And then he starts stroking his fur. It's like, shh.
The eggs! And he's just like, the eggs! He's like, visibly like shaking.
Arno shouts down to Lance at this point. It's like, they're doing something, come back.
I channel my inner Marvin and go, oh god.
I'm just stood there going, every time.
I turn and trudge back.
Yeah, Lance, it's sort of, you get this sort of weird deja vu in your head. It's sort of like, it's like, it wasn't you, but like in a past life, you feel like this happened before.
Where is
Brilliant.
Sharon, by the way? I don't see her on the map.
She's underneath.
She's behind the echo. Gotcha.
I'm hiding behind the echo.
There's an echo
Behind
in
the
here.
echo.
Fueled by Echo.
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 Oh,
Okay.
Oh, we're on fire tonight, guys.
We are
That was
literally.
not okay, guys.
Hey, listen! If it let me cast the fireball, then we would have been really lit. So,
I know. I would have had to make up. Like, if you destroyed that room as much as you would have cleared. Well, I don't even know. Just let me check something. Let me just check something because it may have destroyed the chests and not have had much effect on anything else. But let me just check something.
It's fine. I think we're committed to the cause. Damn it.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. This isn't the right. The things I have for these eggs, they're not the right. I'm using a different version because the one I wanted won't add for some reason. So I'm using a similar one just as a different thing. But yeah. Okay. That's fine. You would have been very upset had you done that. So let's say.
Yeah. Cool. Good.
Terrible.
I'm not.
Terrible should have gone soft kitty, warm kitty.
Little ball of rage.
Just as the rest of them are sort of like turning up, he's still holding his mouth and just like sort of shh.
And then you can just go.
I just walk over and go, Tharafol, what did you do? What did he do?
I just stand there looking at Brother Gadden like, really?
I did nothing. Has anybody got any catnip?
But he's just pointing at the eggs, just like.
I just reach up and start scratching him behind the ear.
And he just gets even more angrier. It's just eggs. Like it's like he's not even letting go of. He's not letting Tharabol get. He's not trying to get rid of his hand on his face. He's just pointing at the eggs, like obsessed with it. God.
And my perception sucks at this point in time when I'm trying to see what he's pointing at, unless I get advantage because he's pointing.
Wait. Sorry. What's happening? What are you doing?
I was trying to see what he was pointing at.
Who's this?
He's not really saying much.
Okay.
So
Yeah. You're sort of. What do you think he's pointing at? Yeah, I'm not.
The chest or the eggs?
Yeah, you're just sort of like, it's a room with some chests in it. You're not sure. You're just like yeah. I'll not overdo it.
And there are all the eggs in that central dip. The pit.
Sorry, birth moment. I'm
By the way,
trying
that door's not
to.
open yet.
Sorry. Yeah. So no, the eggs are. From what you can see, there are sort of eggs in. Actually, I'll put this where the eggs are. So, let's see. I'll just put the X's down. So you got ones there. Oh, you can't see that because I've got it on a different layer. That's in. Get on that layer. So there are eggs. Here. 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 Should be only one egg there. Okay. Here. Here. There's where your eggs are.
My eggs! My cabbages!
So, as he's still holding Gadden's mouth, Tharval sort of turns to Lance and says that there are numerous eggs moving about this room, but I don't know what they are. As well as the chests that they could contain something that we may need.
Well, I suppose there's only one way to be sure, really, isn't there?
Oh shit.
Someone's measuring.
Who's that?
Who's that?
It's Arno.
What are you measuring?
I've got a perfect read for this one. Here we go, and
Inches?
I was waiting to say something like that. Anyways,
do the eggs look dormant?
They're
no,
moving.
they're not.
They're not.
Totally not. That's why he's
Wrigley.
like. At this
Wriggling.
point, at this point, he just bats Tharavol's hand out of his mouth because the eggs are moving, and they're not any ordinary eggs. They're the size of Arno.
Oh boy.
Well,
Arvel says that if they're eggs, I would assume there's going to be a mother somewhere.
Exactly. Get it?
Mother.
Trying to think of a pun, but I'm over it.
Oh no! Hey, if you got it right, you had it cracking with laughter.
This is not a yoking matter, people.
Oh god! If we carry on, we're gonna get ourselves scrambled.
Oh god, this is horrible.
God.
Stop this! Stop this!
Pride.
I think actually, you know, and it could be over easy if you carry on doing it. It's just too
Tharavel,
easy.
can
It's
you
too easy.
maybe fire an arrow at one of those eggs and see what pops out of it?
Preferably one that's furthest away.
And now you know exactly how he picks up ladies in bars.
Tharavel, it's sort of he's kind of shocked that Barty wants to actually disturb
things?
something and cause might be more carnage, but then this in comparison to throwing a fireball into the middle of the room.
Well, you know.
So he sort of looks around everybody and is like, you know, sort of like, is everybody okay with this?
I kind of shrug and just indicate the room and stand back a couple of more steps.
He picks out a arrow for. No, actually, you're using the light arrow rather than Eldritch arrow. So, from your bow, right? Because you have the light bow.
Yeah.
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 So he just gently motions with your hand. So after batting it away, he gets it and just puts it into the position where you would normally notch an arrow and go. Shoot first, ask questions later. Go.
Okay.
Everyone get behind me just in case.
So he's which one are you?
Tharavel sort of goes, what?
Which one are you shooting? Which one are you shooting at?
Let's go for the one that I've got the clearest line of sight that is furthest away.
You mean this one?
Bottom left-hand corner or top left-hand corner?
I'd say the bottom left hand.
So these ones at the top are going to get sort of. I would say would probably get some cover because they're sort of on a ledge.
Ledge.
The one in the bottom.
Well, you could get this one.
I've got sharpshooter, which ignores cover basically.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Unless it's full cover. Let me just double check actually. Sharpshooter.
But don't you have to negate a level minus submit your roll?
You can use sharpshooter, but you don't have to use. You've mastered ranged weapons and can take shots that others find impossible. You gain the following benefits: attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage on your ranged weapon rolls. Your ranged weapon attacks ignore half cover and 3/4 cover before you make an attack with a ranged weapon that you are proficient with. You can choose to take a -5 penalty, which I'm not going to do.
Got it.
So he's gonna still go for the attack, so he's not getting the -5 penalty, but he ignores cover or ignores 3/4.
Okie dokie.
What the wait? So the -5 penalty is what?
It
So
gives the extra 10 damage.
Basically, you get -5 penalty to the attack, but you get +10 if it hits, +10 damage if it hits.
Okay, yep, that's fine. So the one at the top, the bottom left, then.
Okay. And I may as well add everything in. I get advantage because these things aren't going to have taken a turn, and I'm assuming they're going to be surprised.
Yeah, I guess they're going to be surprised.
And your arrow's piercing, so it should do damage to whatever's in there.
So any hits or crits.
Okay.
Are you guys generally standing next to him, before you actually.
And this
Yeah,
is
I stand back.
this is definitely the course of action you want to take. This
Yeah.
is 100% what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay, that's fine.
I just want to before you.
It's just one. One there.
Starbull's pull. He's launched an arrow and he's ready to fire and he just wants to do a
That's
last
a
minute
dragon
perception.
clone.
Is there anything else in the room that we haven't seen that?
No, you just there's the chest. There's the chest. There's no traps that you're sort of aware of. There's obviously the cave to the right hand side. You do hear a sort of low roar coming from that cave, but it's sort of it's
Okay.
far away, sort of
Like a dragon roar.
Oh well, if you hear the roar, that makes things different, doesn't it?
Starbull, he's not gonna fire, and instead
Let him in your head.
he goes into stealth and he starts to sneak into the room.
Hang on, has he already notched the arrow?
No, he's put it back.
I was gonna interrupt him and just like nudge his elbow.
that
So stopping my fireball.
would be fun.
Just fireball it now. Fireball it now.
So he's gonna go into stealth and he's gonna sneak into the room.
You
Okay.
just hear an audible sigh.
He is going to go to. Oh, can't go through the door.
Okay, I'm sure. Move the thing. Oh, breath one more. Oh yeah.
Fight with me and the kids.
Nope.
So he's going to go to the closest chest.
There is, so you can't just go. It's about sort of the drop's probably about
10 foot?
10 foot, yeah.
Yeah, okay. dear.
Then
Huh.
he's going to hang down from the ledge and drop.
Okay, give me an acrobatics.
It's just 10 foot, Matt. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
fine.
easy.
Yeah, you do that. That's fine.
Double the height of an average person, sure.
To be fair, he is trying to be stealthy at the same time.
Yeah. It's easy.
So he looked at the first chest.
The chest has a lock on it. It's not sort of it's just like a padlock.
So he's going to use his thieves' tools and he's going to try and pick it. So
Okay.
he gets advantage on sleight of hand.
Okay. Yep. You sort of you click it open, and the padlock. Oh.
So he opens the chest.
Yep. You open it. Okay. So you open the first chest. It makes a sort of a whining, sort of old creaking sound as you open it, which seems to sort of echo around the room slightly. It's probably it's less loud than you probably think it is, but you're obviously trying to be stealthy. As you do, you find a few sort of kind of gold pieces. You find some other bits and pieces. Again, more sort of kind of old garments from what the former residents of this area. Roll me investigation.
No.
No, you don't find anything else.
The thing, I'm going to be able to do all the other stuff, but not actually look in chests.
Hey!
Okay, so
You're obviously
Basic-
distracted by the whole waiting for shit to go
Yeah.
wrong.
So he's going to then sneak over to the next one. Is there a lock on it? Oh shit.
Carry on. Same again. Same lock. same type of lock.
Okay, so tries to pick it.
That's a nat 1, by the way, DM. A nat 1.
Yeah. So nothing happened.
Just.
Ouch.
I hope it's double nothing happens.
Yeah. No.
Double.
Nothing happens. A reassuring voice echoes through the chamber. Nothing will happen.
Nothing happens.
Yeah,
Enjoy your
you
day.
open up the next chest, and it sort of makes another sort of squeaking noise as you open it up. Again, you got some bits and bobs. You got a few bits of gold, some sort of minor artifacts we can roll for random stuff at the end. If you want to sort of like just take little pieces. Roll me investigation. Yep, you don't find anything.
Nothing happened today in Sector 83.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! What have I done? Next one.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Right.
So I'm assuming it's just going to be the same with each of them. So
Yeah. So just do the same. Yep. Opens. You open it. Get a gold. Other things we can roll for afterwards. You do find something in this one, in the sort of one of the pockets of this old sort of mustard waistcoat. You find a sort of key with a sort of green hue on the sort of the head of it.
Okay.
You do notice that is the same color as the door to the east.
Right.
Okay. Next one.
So,
Just 1 minute.
The emeralds.
if it's a green door, does that mean that something's shaking? See how many people here are old enough to get that joke.
Get out. Get out.
Okay.
Just the one then.
Yep. Opens up. Does the same thing. Give me an investigation.
Fucking shaking Stevens, how dare you?
You don't find anything.
I hate you so much.
So he sort of climbs up on top of one of the chests and jumps up onto the ledge.
Yep, that's fine.
He sort of sneaks back to Gadden and gives him one of the keys, or gives him the key that he found.
Bear with me 1 minute.
Oh shit.
Okay, as you sort of kind of go past the as you go past some of the eggs, let me see. So I'm gonna number the.
Oh no.
There's 8 of them. So there's 8 of them, and we're gonna go. So top left. 1, 2, 5, 6.
You did roll 21 for stealth, though. Remember, if that makes any difference.
It just doesn't stop eggs.
Okay.
They were already hatching anyway. It's just sort of I was just
cool.
Okay, so let me roll a d8 here. Okay, so as you sort of get over to the door, you would you notice it? Roll me a perception. You do. You hear sort of a sort of kind of shrill sound as this sort of small small dragon pup sort of, or wormling, whatever what they call them. Wormling sort of appears sort of at the top of on the top right hand side. Now these are down as blacks, but they're technically reds, so I couldn't get it to work for and that's why the fire wouldn't have done anything, because they're immune to fire damage.
What could possibly have gone wrong there, right?
Okay. So, seeing this, Tharavol's still in a.
Right, so he's still in stealth. I got a roll to see if it notices you, and then.
But does Gadden see it, and that, or is he being blocked by Tharavol?
He is in front of you, though he is technically stealth. I don't know how it works when you're sort of stealthing and somebody's in front of you and stuff. It's sort of.
Well, I would imagine it's like if you're in front, and then that's of course you're dense as fuck, and you don't have a higher passive than 10, you probably should be able to see them.
Yeah. I suppose you got to be sort of in the shadows and stuff.
Tarragol crawls through Gadon's legs and appears behind him.
So, by the way,
Infinite
just
people.
completely out of the blue.
Let me just see here.
That was a perfect time for hello there. You know that, don't you, Gan?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
it
was.
was.
What is where's perception? Doesn't seem to have it. What's perception based on again?
Wisdom.
Perception is based on wisdom. No, intelligence.
Was it intelligence? Right.
No.
No, wisdom. It's wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it doesn't notice him.
Okay.
Okay.
Tharavel then does a ninja run.
But we can see the dragon link, can't we?
You can. Well, if you're a view, then he could technically see you. Then, so I'm just sort of, unless you're stealth.
Well, I'm 10 foot. So where did the dragon link get hatched again?
Up here in the top right hand side.
So is that 10 foot down then?
Yeah, it's 10 foot down, so it's looking down. I'm guessing if you're looking at it, it can see you.
I haven't. I couldn't follow Tharavel, so I imagined.
Wait, we might get a little pet here because if you're the first thing it sees, maybe it thinks you're its
It's an
mama.
impression. Isn't it?
Well, I was just about to say he cast the spell create food and water.
Are we seriously trying this?
Oh no, it's not even trying it. Gad will do it.
Tharavel's looking at the other chests, where he takes.
Oh, you went back in the room. Oh shit. I thought we were exiting and closing the door while we assess the situation.
No.
Oh, so what's happening
Yes.
here? I'm confused. So Tharavel's
Gad-
gone back in to not find
Yep.
anything in
Tharavel's
chests.
raging, and I think Dad was trying to get a black wormling to imprint on him.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So you, what sort of food are you creating for this dragon? Little small dragon.
Meat.
meat.
Yeah, so you create some meats. So find the food into a gallon of water around and and everything.
45 pounds of food. 45.
Yeah, that's not a lot for a dragon, by the way. That's not a lot.
So within 30 feet, so you're putting it sort of like in the middle, like down here somewhere.
Nope, gonna put it right here.
Okay.
Oh
I
my
will.
God.
Does it notice it? I guess.
Well,
guess it
he's gonna
might
back.
I might guess he might smell it. I'll give it a sort of.
He's gonna.
Perception test.
No, he's just gonna stand out. He's gonna stand next to the pillar and just be a little bit obvious about it. And then I'm gonna try and do a anime. Well, first of all, let me just check to see if I can do this. Where's my
As you enter the
ability?
room, by the way, I'm just gonna. Nice.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm not rescuing your furry ass.
Okay, so as you walk in, another one's hatches. Let me see where it is.
13?
You got oh, why is it rolled twice?
It's because you've rolled 2 dice.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
You rolled 2
You've got
dice.
a 7 and a 13.
Oh right, yeah, sorry, bad. Yeah, so no,
So-
no, it doesn't actually. No.
So, I think, and I get a. Oh yeah, of course.
Could we
I'm,
maybe invisible ourselves and walk through this room?
I'm also gonna cast this
Don't we all
as
know
well.
about it, but I don't think it matters for a dragon.
Yeah, so he's,
I open that chest as well.
yeah. So
Wait.
basically,
There's a lot of shit going on here. So let's break this down. So who's doing what? There's people trying to feed dragons. There's people opening chests. There's people casting spells. Let's start off.
I'm casting spells.
Okay.
So
So
but
let's start off with Tharavel, who's opening another chest.
He's basically going to make his way around the room and open all the chests.
Okay. Right. So
and then
Let's see if we
Even
can
the one
wait.
right next to the wormling.
they're all hatching at this point, aren't they? So
okay. So you're roll me the same again. So do your
So he did sleight of hand. He got an 18.
okay. Roll the investigation then.
And then, whilst he's investigating and doing things around, he can see that Tharavol's trying to do. Well, he now understands what Tharavol's trying to do.
He's just going over these chests, opening them, kind of going, "Meh," and then just sort of walking off.
So, and he's trying to buy. But he's trying to buy him time, so he now sees the wormling, and pretty sure it's done that. So he's cast two things: one, enhanced ability on his wisdom, so he gets an advantage on any wisdom checks, and then obviously that means animal handling. And then secondly, then he's going to cast create food and water, to which he casts it right there at the in line of sight of the first wormling, and hopefully what he'll do is he's going to get the wormling to imprint on him. So then that way we've got a dragon pet.
Okay, yeah.
He does not believe in the... No, if it was spiders, he would probably have blown them up. Dragons, on the other hand, a different story.
Oh, God. What are we going to do?
What happens if a mother dragon sees one of her babies is gone and you're, like, walking out with it?
Well,
It's
the baby... There's a weird... Okay, so there's a weird... I weaved it into... Basically, I'm gonna say here that they're gonna figure it out one way or the other. That's how it's gonna work. But obviously, I don't want to spoil anything in case like Matt has any plans, and then I've railroaded it a certain way. So no, I'm not gonna. I'll just see what happens.
Fuck just happened there.
3 eggs hatch.
Brilliant.
Shit.
And then he just looks at everybody else and said, "So while you thought of lollygagging, they're all hatching. I could have just done a fireball and be done with it. I now know they're dragons, so let's chop, do something about it." And he's very loud. He's very loud about it.
So 3 more.
Listen, father of dragons.
So
you can call me Generis.
Under control.
7, 5, 6. So the one beside Tharaval hatches.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. The one beside Garin in the pit hatches, and the one to the furthest from Tharaval on the ledge also hatches. No. This. So, where? Token lair. I want to. Token lair. As they do, they start crying, sort of like, you know, as obviously young animals would. When they do that, roll me a perception.
Anyone?
Yeah, hold on.
Argue with me, you stupid anything.
Yep. That sort of roaring sound that you heard earlier seems to be slightly closer now.
Oh, jeez.
Does anyone particularly want to be Kentucky Fried anytime soon?
Not really. Get out of there.
Look, you obviously came in
like
here because you know there were keys. There are keys in here.
He got
Keys.
He got
Keys.
Got a key.
One key.
I got a key.
Yes, and there's more to get. Otherwise,
Crispy
we're not.
Leonin is not my
Dragon.
favorite.
The Tharaval's
Jesus.
going to move to there,
Ah.
and he's going to shadow cast,
To me,
shadow
Some-
step to that one.
get out.
This is like Crystal Maze. Get out, get out, get out.
Yeah.
So Gadden's already set the distraction. So he at this point he can choose to leave.
Yeah,
and
so
he will.
they sort of like the one that's beside you gets up and starts moving towards the food. The other ones that sort of see it start moving towards that food. Obviously distracted by it. That opens up.
Here's investigation.
Right. Again, you just see, you know, you're not finding. You're sort of opening it, going meh, and then sort of.
You're
Okay,
like
so
a toddler that's
did-
trying to find its shoes today.
Did you say they've moved then?
They're going to be moving. I'm just sort of thinking because how does your shadow? So you're in shadow. Does it activate? if
So
you
once
do
per day,
stuff?
as an action, you can, as an action, while in a shadow, you can teleport to the shadow of an inanimate object. You can see within 60 feet of you. Or as an action, while within 5 feet of another creature, you can step into that creature's shadow and remain there while in a creature's shadow. You occupy the same space. Blah blah blah. Or while in a space covered by darkness, you can spend a bonus action to lift your hood, making you invisible. You become visible only when you enter bright light.
Okay. Okay. So it's yeah. Well, that being said, if you're in its shadow and you open up a crystal, you open up the thing, are you going to be? You're not going to be in its shadow anymore.
Well, it's good to be shadow in it.
Right. So you're behind it, but then if you have to go up to open it, then you're going to be in the light, aren't you? Then how do you sort of play it? You are still technically stealth, so
Basically stealth, so he's just using it as quick movement, basically.
okay. All right. I will roll just to see if they see you. Say the one closest to Garen is distracted. As for the others, I'm just going to pull them. Okay, wisdom.
Yeah.
We got. They do have. There's perception here. Idiot. Yeah. So they're they're paying attention to their food. So they sort of kind of come down here, where the food is, and start chowing down on.
Oh, straight to a dragon's heart is through their guts, apparently.
Yeah, sort of eating the food that.
He just looks and he says, "It takes a beast to know a beast, right?" And just
Okay,
looks at
gonna go
Labs
to
and
that
everybody
one.
else.
I'm
Now
looking
you're
at Garen
showing
at
off.
this time.
I hear jealousy. It doesn't suit you, Lance. He just walks on.
What is he doing? We need to get him out of there.
He'll be
Can't take
fine.
all
Don't
these
worry.
on.
Yep.
He's on.
Oh, terrible. Hurry up.
He's just sneaky. It's all
I
good.
manifest my echo and I run around around the outside towards the
Fail
cave.
investigation. Shocking.
Yeah, and again, you're like, what? You're like, realize like this is the worst.
At least
treasure.
I'm
This is the worst
getting
room
shit. I'm getting loads of loot though.
ever.
Well,
So you are
this
like a
is-
toddler that's been told to find his shoe,
Yeah, you're
and
just
it's
like,
right in front of him, and you can't
then-
see it.
here you go.
say
I'm
loot?
gonna go to the very last one.
He said loot.
bear with me 1 minute. Let me roll. How many are left? Well,
4.
oh, 4. 2 more hatch.
So the bottom 2. So 1 and
5 has already gone 1, so that one on the top left is now hatched, and we will go to the next one that hasn't hatched. So the bottom, the sort of top left of the pit as well. So Oosh. Okay, roll me perception. Yeah, that sound coming from the car cave is very close now.
Okay, so he's just gonna try and open the last chest, and probably not find anything as usual.
Right hand, yeah.
Nope.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh my
Right.
good god.
Oh my god. Right, final one. I'm just going to say the last 2 dragons hatch. I'm going to do a they are so they are there, and I'm gonna roll just 1 for them here. Perception. 13? Nope, they're sort of not aware of you. So they sort of start moving up towards where the food, making sort of kind of dragon noises.
You can spend a bonus action to literally hit you. So I'm basically, yeah, I can just sort of jump between as an action 1 and 5 unit creature and teleport to the shadow of an inanimate object. So he's gonna go. Let's see, let's measure this out. Yet. Oh, okay, that's handy. So he's gonna go to there, and he's going to teleport. He's gonna shadow step to the door.
I'm gonna rue the day that I gave you that bloody cloak. That bloody.
I love this cloak. And the thing is that it's still got more things that he can do with it as well.
If it becomes too OTT, I'm gonna have to potentially nerf it. But at this moment in time, I'm happy for it to go.
As Saravel at this point, then he's come through the door, right? And the door, can that be closed?
You can.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'd like to point out that I've got my echo over in the cavern entrance,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to see if I can see anything.
Yeah. As you sort of enter the cavern, you hear it's dark. It's very dark. But then you see this sort of kind of like flash of fire, sort of kind of lighting up the cavern. As you sort of kind of roll me a dexterity. Okay, you sort of dodge out of the way as a blast of fire moves towards sort of hits towards your echo. Though I guess it takes half damage. So
Basically, it only has 1 point, but it has an armor class of what's that? What I check? 14 plus my proficiency bonus and immunity to all conditions. So my proficiency bonus is Yeah, I'm having fun really. +5, so I've got he's got an AC of 19.
Doesn't matter about AC in this one. It just sort of
No, just the thought, that was all.
yeah. You just needed dexterity of 18 actually, but yeah. So it knocks out your thing, but you know there's a dragon coming.
Yeah, so it's like Mummy's coming, and I don't think she's happy.
We should go, and we should go now.
Shut the
Close the
door! Shut
fucking
the
door.
door! Shut the door!
I thought you wanted to make friends with them.
Change your plans, right? Suddenly you went around and became little light fingers.
I
I
found a
think
key.
he was happy. I think
You
he's
start-
happy to make
Yeah.
friends
So
with
that key, so that key that you found, the green
It's
key,
for the door
And where did
inside
it-
that room.
Side.
and where's that key goes? That far side.
So it's basically yep. So what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So my my investigation rules are 1 out of 8.
Wait.
Fantastic.
I'll give you. There's important stuff in that room.
Well, that's it. It's like that's it. Like I kind of got that gist, but like there's only so much I can do with investigation rules. Like my investigations. Like I mean, my question would be is like if you're opening a chest, unless like a key is hidden in it somewhere, should you really need to investigate? Surely you're just going to like if you're opening a chest and there's
Well,
a
you're
key
trying
in
to be
it.
stealthy and stuff, and obviously I have to give some sort of I have to give some
Challenge.
sort of you know, I can't just go you open all the keys and you get them because you just power through everything really quickly. So I'm giving you, you know, you have to have some downside to your superpowers, basically.
But I think that once he found the key hidden in the third chest, like he would know to sort of look more thoroughly. I think at that point. Well, I don't know. You're the
Well,
boss.
it depends
I
on
agree
where.
with Michael. I just think
Well,
it's a bit.
and the counter to that is it depends on how what the common sense is behind it.
And
You
again,
know,
like the other thing is, I think you tend to do success rolls or like a 15 plus or something like that. Whereas, say for things like opening a door or looking in a chest, they're simple, mundane things that shouldn't really have.
Yeah,
a
but
high roll.
you're opening the door. You're fine opening them. It's just
Yeah,
looking
but
for stuff.
look,
There's stuff in
yeah,
them.
but looking
Okay.
in a chest.
We're doing it this way because you guys have really strong. Basically, if you get things easy, because you can teleport, you can kill things in one shot. I'm trying to make it so it's not just a breeze to get through, or you're going to power through this dungeon really quickly. So I'm trying to give you some sort of threat level by making it slightly hard. Because otherwise, you're just going to go. I'm going to pick everything up, walk through these doors, and nothing's.
No, I'm fine with it. It's just that you said there's important stuff in there, and I was like, well, yeah, we get that there's important stuff, but there's nothing we can do about it. If
With all due respect,
I thought you were saying that there's important stuff in there that
I understand,
it's going to
but
make your life difficult.
I know, but one of you is going in when some of you could have stealthed in. You know, there are other members of the party who could have done things. Just one person going in and opening up all the chests. So there are other options. You chose to go in and open up all the chests. Like I said, I don't want to make it. You guys it's quite easy for you sometimes because it's like you literally just, you know, you can just do a lot of stuff. You're quite high level, so it's harder. It's easier for you just to do things. I'm trying to give you some threat level. So if one of you is just going in and doing something, I'm trying to sort of give you some sort of, you know, harder difficulty so it makes it, you know, a bit more interesting than I just open this and do this and walk out the door.
Yeah, I think the other thing as well is that we kind of steamrolled you over some of the activities, and I should have held back. I know for well I could have been like I had some immediate like reaction stuff that probably enabled other people to do it, so that's my bad. Having said that, yeah, this could definitely be a much bigger team effort. Now we have a red dragon and the dragon wormlings, and we're between us and some important stuff here.
It's a young red dragon.
Yeah, even more so. So I mean, to the point here, like this is our new challenge. So,
Next week.
and yeah, totally next week.
I'm not trying to rain on your parade or anything, but I'm just sort of like you.
No. I thought you were sort of saying more from your point of view that there's stuff in that room that we kind of needed to get.
Well, you've got a
That
key.
was
You've got a key to get out to the west, but you've got to now get through that room to get to that point. Anyway, you've got a key to get you out. I was just saying the other stuff is not important for you to get out. It might just make the dungeon easier for you, and there's specific things that it might help you with.
I mean, hey, I think the bottom question here is that is there anything in this particular section that you want to railroad us to say that's going to be important for you to get to the very end and find Kiamat? Because if so, then yes, we're definitely going back to it.
The key you have will get you through. Like again, the key you have will get you through. That way, there's also, right. You might find stuff in the other parts of this dungeon that, you know, if you put it together with some of the stuff in that room, may sort of aid you or might not aid you.
Because and I'm just gonna say this last thing, because if we don't find this thing that may help us, don't worry about it. We're shooting ourselves in the foot. That's us creating the challenge.
Again,
for us.
there's a couple of things in there that would aid you in harder battles. That's to say, if there were sort of
not moved on yet. At the end of the day, we've just stepped back and honoured the threat. Well, we actually stop and talk to each other about shit.
Yeah. It's not like stuff. It's not like
to be fair, we were almost shooting an arrow at an egg where we could be in battle right now. So this is the first time we've actually went for stealth over action.
Yeah. Like that's fine. It's I just don't want you thinking I'm trying to rain on your parade. I'm trying to make it as sort of. I don't want to make it too hard, but I don't want to make it sort of super easy. You're just plying through it because it's not fun if you're just walking through.
Well, then that's my point.
I completely agree, and I get your point, Matt. But I completely agree with him having to roll to sort of unlock the chests. I think that's really fair. But I think something like investigating in a treasure chest and doing it for every time, I just think that's too trivial to make more complicated. That's just my take on it. But you're the boss, and I accept whatever you want to decide. But I just think that's a bit too far.
But it's like you're looking, you're going through each chest, you're looking for stuff, and it's like I'm trying to have you have a dragon coming through you have a dragon coming through.
If you're doing it, you're doing it sort of like from my point of view, it was like if it was a room and there was nothing else in it, and you're looking through your chest, you've got all the time in the world, you can take your time and you can sit and spend all the time just to look through your chest. Whereas if you're aware that these eggs are open and you're aware that there's something else coming down, it's kind of a rush job.
It's an urgency thing.
It's an urgency thing. So like I agree with that. But I think if it was just like I said, I
buy that.
If it was just a chest and you're opening it up and you're just like, what's in it?
Yeah, if you it was the urgency. It's more
an investigation for it, sort of.
Yeah, it's more to do with the urgency of it. You're not going to be doing it. You're quickly looking through.
Yeah, but you did make roll investigation on the chest before, where there was no urgency. That's just what I'm saying. It's been every.
Yeah, okay, and that's an ebbs and flow thing.
There was always urgency because things were opening and there's stuff happening and stuff. It was just more. I'm trying to.
We all understand.
We're all on the same page. Don't worry. Let's not fixate on it. Having said that, though, we know. We have a decision to make about whether we're going to go back in there and play fisticuffs with dragons or not. Personally, I'm going to say no to it because if Matt's indicated that there's no critical story plot item there, and there's everything else is going to be helpful for us when we fight the boss, I'd say let them live and move on. But that's my decision.
I've got a high animal handling,
and I've got high animal handling too.
They're not animals.
No, they're beasts.
They're not
feral.
beasts.
Well, I mean, they're non-humanoid. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. There's, let's see.
And again, Matt, I don't think we don't need to necessarily fixate on whether this is. If you're saying that there's something important here that we need to go back in there, be explicit and say yes.
But I also don't think Matt should be telling us any of that.
That's
it.
Embody
the characters and you keep that to
yeah,
yourself,
Matt,
Matt,
just have to,
and just let us
Let's fuck up. Let us fuck up.
And if we need a helping hand,
I'll tell you what I'll do.
What
is your? You've done. Let me see. You've got your.
Don't
us be the challenge.
Keys and things like that, but basically just for the fact that say for the likes of us going into that room, Gadden was about to throw a fireball in there.
Well, the fireball wouldn't have done anything because they're red dragons and you're immune to fire. So.
But it would have pissed them off, and basically you're like, okay, fuck. I don't know whether you're doing it for yourself or for us, but that would have been a fuck up that we would have made, and we would have had to deal with it.
Yeah.
And you're probably worried about them maybe possibly killing us off if that happened or comes to that. Then it kind of just happens, or whatever.
Yeah, we know what we're walking into.
I know you're sort of firing in little sort of almost little hints as to whether you want us to do things or not. Or
I think it's good that you're like, are you sure you want to do that? That's
gaslight us,
and that's important. But that's all you should say.
And
if we say yes, then you just be like, okay, but then zip it, don't give away any spoilers. And that would have been, you can say that would have been bad, but
And because
you know,
we're all veteran players at the end of the day, we know what we're committing to, and we're leaning into all of our characters rather hard. We're also not stupid players, or like that are murder hobos inherently. We will have a murder hobo moment. So yeah, like if we make the mistakes, most of the time it is calculated. Like we've made a decision on the information we've made. That's it. So, and I don't think like it's nice that you wanna put the hints in there to guide the story a certain direction. In which case, maybe then that might be a plot point thing. But otherwise, let us make the mistakes. Just let us. Like if Gadden was gonna throw a fireball in, it was in its nature to throw a fireball in anyway, because he's terrified of things that might not necessarily that will lead to more trouble. He's a preemptive creature of that matter. So
I just sort of envisaged if you'd thrown a fireball in, it would have destroyed. It would have destroyed the chests. I guess I could have maybe.
yeah, but then that would have happened.
That would
Or
have been...
you could rule that the chests weren't actually destroyed, just they got damaged.
Yeah,
you could just
that's what I was thinking about doing, but that's why I was sort of thinking about it. Then it would have just like all the eggs would have hatched, and then the mother dragon would have kind of walked.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
But the situation that we're in now, you mean?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Oh, well, there's food there. What would have been mother dragon coming in with a big fireball, or mother dragon with their kids eating something that's been created for them?
The only difference between the way Gadden was going to deal with it and the way it's been dealt with now is that currently you've got happy little baby dragons sitting chomping on some food instead of
and you got a key
pissed off and a key.
And you got a key.
And otherwise it would have been a pissed off mummy and baby dragons.
And then everybody having to fight in a corridor.
And we'd be the food, not the pile of meat.
Yeah. Exactly. See, all good.
One question about the wormlings: did they fly across the food, or did they walk along the ground?
I don't know.
If they're young wormlings, they're gonna they won't fly yet. They definitely don't have flying.
They wouldn't be able to fly just hatched.
I feel like they might have flight.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it depends.
Fly. Yeah, they got fly, and they could.
So would they have flown across? Would we have seen them fly? Because that depends on what Anna would do next.
Yeah, you would have seen them sort of fly. They've got a 60-foot fly speed. Yeah.
There we go.
Speed. All right. Okay. We'll leave it there then. And you can have a sort of powwow about what you're going to do. You've shut the door, and that's the thing.
Oh no, we definitely are going to shut the door now.
We did shut the door.
Yeah,
we
definitely shut the door.
Give us some room to work with.
Definitely shut.
You shut the door. Okay, so all right, we'll leave it there. For tonight, I being Matt Geary, with me has been Conrad as Arno Jurgle.
Yeah.
Ding dong.
Michael is Tharavel Eldon.
Night, everyone.
Jace is Brother Gadden.
My love for you goes
on and on.
That's the PC version. I like it.
Lecky as Bartholomew Pringle.
Good night.
Marcus Luntz.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Vink is Saren Sanguine.
Believe that.
Night, everybody. Bye.
Good night.